heartbeat turns to dust. Hell speed rises, I adjust. Break the night. Let it scream.
Nightman. Welcome to my channel. Tangiaban. Welcome to my channel.
Forever burning. Forever burning.
One moment.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
Static your vinyl scratch.
I hear the fear inside your head. Cold concrete where I tread. Foot on the gas, no hesitation. This is my night, my dedication. Stay low, let the 808 flow. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. The predator knows, the predator knows. The predator knows, the predator knows. Mirror's empty, but I'm right here. Closing the distance, eliminating
that's
the fear. Just the engine and the street sound. The beat is dark,
Alright.
once I have found.
I was trying to remember what I was supposed to do, but I gotta make sure that the game is actually playing. So one moment. Will I find my cell phone? One moment while I find my cell phone. Okay, sweet. Everything's working. Everything's working.
System online, target locked on the grid.
Alright,
Running the code that the city has
one moment.
forbid.
Alright. Alright.
Wheels on the asphalt tonight.
Oh. Wait, Control Alt is
Neon green, no need emotion.
wait, I think I might have to change this as well.
Protocol is execute. No hesitation.
And
Fuel the machine. Drives us to the end.
disable that. Alright. We're gonna have to mute the music for now, because the starting videos and all that kind of stuff usually comes with music. So anyway, let's start.
Hey, Hotshot, you're cleaning up out there. You took out Eddie, scored the babe. Have you thought about what's next? I don't think there's anyone out there that can beat you.
We like what we see. There's room in my posse for you, and I ain't taking no for an answer. What's it gonna be?
Hey, the party's kicking and they want their star. You better get here quick.
just had to take care of a little problem.
I figured you might want to change things up to help clear your head. Can't say I blame you. Hey, listen. When you get to Bayview, my gal Rachel will hook you up. She's loaned you her ride. It's at the airport waiting. Now it's her baby, so be gentle. Good luck, bro. Be seeing ya.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Rachel, Samantha's friend. I heard your plane finally got in. Well, welcome to Bayview. Hey, if you haven't already guessed it, what you're hearing is the car's short message system, otherwise known as SMS. I don't know if you're familiar with it, so I set it up for first-time use. Read the instructions to find out how it works.
I have keybinds to my controller. I'm playing this on controller, and I cannot, for the life of me, remember what those controls are outside of driving.
Now check out the mini-map. It's simple to use, but make sure you get familiar with it. This is the big city, you know. I need my ride back soon, so meet me at the car lot highlighted on the mini-map.
Okay, I don't know what's up, but apparently I can't use my mic that I have on my controller, which is yeah, that sucks. I feel like I'm like really yelling right now, so I'm gonna like mess with some properties. Man, what the hell? Why did I have to do that? Mic check. This does sound like really mic check. No, it sounds. This is like unnecessary. But all of these settings were set for what's it called? For I forget the name of it. For when my fan is turned on full ball. I heard that. That add fan. It's right here. Mic check. Alright, how's this? This sounds better. A lot more better. Okay, so there was just like a really bad spike right there. mess around with it, just like a little bit around here. Where's the like main spike? No, I feel like it is more in there. Can I make it like more shallow? How's that? It doesn't sound too bad. It sounds better than what it was, I think. But man, it really sucks how it just won't use this anymore. Maybe it's because of this. How about now? Okay, no, it still doesn't work. Alright, yeah, I might just have to turn off the mic. That really sucks though. We're gonna have to stick with this mic. Apologies. But yeah. Damn, man. Hey, let me just check the stream again.
Yo, Rachel! Heads up with some runs for you. Bunch of losers gathering for some racing. Now it's a chance to add some easy coin to your account. I'm sending you the locations right now. I see you there.
Why the hell couldn't I pause that? One moment. Because I just made that sure that I was actually able to play it. I didn't make sure I was able to stream it.
Hey, Rachel. What up, girl? Word on the wire is that there's some action brewing in Fort Union. I haven't been able to pinpoint the exact location, but you should be able to find them without much...
Alright. I see the problem with one of my things. So I need to clone this. And it's just below my hairline. How do I clone? Copy. Paste. It's about there. So that's where it should be. Now just second that.
Problem. My boy said it's an easy pickings, so I thought you might want in. Good luck. I'm out.
I just want to make sure it takes a while for it. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Okay. Matter of fact, one moment, because I'm gonna turn on my fan. Because like it's really hot right now. I'm turning on my fan. That's better. Okay, I'm back. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna play this first area without music for a bit. That's because I believe there's another cinematic coming up. Uh-oh, what's wrong with my controller? I think I gotta reset. What I ended up doing was, I turned on my DS4, but like, it messed with my controls, so I think now it should work.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
There we go.
how's it going? I'm Rachel, Samantha's friend. I heard your plane finally got in. Well, welcome to Bayview. Hey, if you haven't already guessed it, what you're hearing is the car's short message system, otherwise known as SMS. I don't know if you're familiar with it, so I set it up for first-time use. Read the instructions to find out how it works. Now check out the mini-map. It's simple to use, but make sure you get familiar with it. This is the big city, you know. I need my ride back soon, so meet me at the car lot highlighted on the mini-map.
Yo, Rachel, heads up with some runs for you. Bunch of losers gathering for some racing. Now it's a chance to add some easy coin to your account. I'm sending you the locations right now. I see you there.
Damn it. There we go. Oh, it doesn't actually take it yet. Hold on.
Hey, Rachel. What up, girl? Word on the wire is that there's some action brewing in Fort Union. I haven't been able to pinpoint the exact location, but you should be able to find them without much problem. My boy said it's some easy pickings, so I thought you might want in. Good luck. I'm out.
Hey, step off, man. You think you can roll in here just because you got Rachel's ride? Think again, son. Here's the race route.
Nice. There's something... Oh, wait.
Hey dude, what's the holdup? You lost or something? The car lot is on the mini-map. Hurry up and get over here. I don't have all night.
Any... Wait, can I not have? I should be able to have this on. Why is everything on low? I know that I shouldn't be able to run it on, like, super high settings, but I would have at least thought medium. Where's the HUD though? There. That's all I wanted.
Hey, what are you doing in Rachel's ride? Oh, you're that dude I heard about. Well, let's welcome you the right way. The map is gonna show you the course. All out sprint. See you at the end.
they have WRXs in this? I don't remember that. I wish it would just auto-save. Is there no auto-save? Ow! Fuck, my arm hurts.
Hey man, I want my car back. You better haul over here ASAP or I'm putting the word out on you. And that means no more racing till I say so. Get over here, now.
It's kind of her fault. I mean, at that point, shouldn't she have just gotten us a rental?
Finally, where have you been with my ride, huh? There better not be a single mark on it. Sam claims you can drive. Maybe so, but you ain't using my ride. Use your cash to pick out a set of wheels. I'll call you later. Hey, good news. The cash from your accident just came through. Samantha wired it over here. Use it to set yourself up with a new ride. I'll check you later.
Ooh, Civic. And again, Peugeot's seems to be pretty good right off the bat. Wait, I can choose out of any of these? Oh, I thought it meant like the way around. So the 206, the 106. I want to go to Civic. I really hate how I have to save it every time.
Alright, now that you got yourself a set of wheels, head over to my garage. And don't bother looking for races, because there's nothing going on. And don't keep me waiting again. See you there.
Let's get used to it. all-wheel drive, right? Actually, like, I don't know. But I'm guessing just because of how that's split out.
Let me give you the 411. Everything in the Bayview race scene goes through me. And if you haven't noticed yet, it's the place to be. The race scene here is big. Whatever you like, you can find it, if you know where to look. Drag, drift, circuits, and way more. The scene runs so deep, we're racing in places you wouldn't believe. Of course, with that comes an opportunity for some serious money. Best of all, there's an invitation-only series called the Underground Racing League for the elite driver, where the coin and the props are off the hook. All it takes is the right cred and the proper connections. Remember, this is my town. You're a guest, so max respect. Round back is Tommy. He's a wizard under the hood. He'll hook you up.
Hey, dude. Rachel set it up so you can handle all your business out of the garage. She set aside some room for you. Come on, I'll show you where you can store your rides. Yo, here we are. Your own personal space. You can lay out all your parts and gear here. There's also some tools in the back so you can custom tune your ride. Tighten your ride by adjusting power and handling for each type of race so you can push your car to the max. The dyno and test track will help you do that.
I still don't actually know what any of this shit means, and I went to fucking automotive as well. Now this shit I do. Okay, so it's for 0 to 60 and 7, 0 to 120. Damn, so you can only do it if you have the parts. Alright. Get me out of here. Let's go ahead and turn music on now.
Hey, by the way, I forgot to mention that there's a lot of action in the city tonight. I've uploaded the race locations into your map. Go out there and start making a name for yourself.
there we go. That's L1.
Hey man, if you haven't already heard, I'm in the know when it comes to all the tuner gear coming and going in Bayview. If a shop's got something prime and worth looking at, I'll hit you on your SMS and let you in on it. The stuff usually goes fast, so pay attention to your message alert. Don't thank me just yet. I haven't figured out what you owe me in return. Call you later. Yo, listen here. You're about to be fully felt by the street cross. This is the hottest new kick slam in the race world. These here tracks are tight. There's very little room to bend the curves, so make sure your ride's dialed in right. Do whatever it takes to get that other guy out of your grill, because the inside lane is where you want to be. The best line in and out of the turns is going to shave serious time off your run. So, tune it for quick sprints and tight slam down control. You know what I'm saying? All right then, get out there and go savage, bro.
This is a sound that we ride to the end.
Nice.
Hey man, nice race back there. But you know what they say, winning ain't everything. Total annihilation is what you're going for. The bigger the gap between you and your opponent, the more rep you get. So maximize out there.
Hey, yo, man. Street drag is the influence behind everything we got. Check it like this. The RPM is the key to getting ahead of the competition. Launch at the right time and rocket into the lead with speed. But if you're slow about it, you'll end up at the back of the pack. Launch is followed by shift, so it's next. It's the daddy of success, so hit it up at the perfect shift point for max power. Now remember, if you slam it too soon or too late, you'll be coming in last. If the
the other guy gets past you, just chill and slide into his slipstream and sit in his draft. Gain precious speed, and then make your move to bounce right on by. This is gonna be big, dog. You ready? Good. Go out there and prove yourself.
What button was to switch gears up.
Or faith.
Let me go get some parts. Lose money for that? Shit, I didn't read that.
to the delivery room. Aluminum and steel isn't crafted any better than this. Select a sweet set of wheels right here.
Oh, okay, so the start of the game is very user-friendly. Alright, I really gotta change the resolution or something. There's something just really weird.
Accessorize your ride with style and turn some heads when you race by upgrading your car's looks and audio right here. That's why. Congrats on all that burn-up you've been doing out there. To keep it up, you're gonna need to keep your ride wired. Nitrous oxide is the glycerin of the race world. Rack it under your hood to give your ride that extra power when you need it. Hey, swap out stock parts with aftermarket hardware to slam more power from your ride. Upgrade the brains of your ride by swapping out the stock computer with a super chip. Now, transmission is where you lose most of your power, so any upgrade will help you get more ponies to the blacktop. Tighten your ride and get rid of that stock suspension for firm hold and grip.
minute left until the dawn. Everything you knew is gone. This is the ultimate sacrifice. Rolling the dice in the darkest vibe.
Check this. The drift is all about style and control. Remember these three words: speed, steering, and handbrake, because they all play a factor in setting up those sweet moves that are gonna get you racking in some heavy points. Make sure you don't go crazy with the brakes, because the faster you go, combined with the more slides you hit, the higher your score is gonna be. Now this score will dictate the multiplier you're gonna get. This multiplier will affect the score of your next drift, so make sure it's high. After you get all them details working together, you gotta start blending drifts into one another. Mesh your drifts into one long seamless slide, and the scoreboard will light up something hard. Now if you think you're wired tight, it's time to go B-I-G big. Try hanging your rubber into the shoulder for bonus points. The more tires you slide through the lanes, the faster you rack up that score. Just remember to stay off the walls, or you lose all your points for that set. So, bro, let's get down to some business and heat up them streets.
Man, I really wish I had an auto save. realized this. The game sound is really loud.
Every breath becomes a flame. Every pulse repeats my name. Rave so loud it shakes the sky. Beat so wild it makes me fly. Nothing stops the rising light. I'm the storm inside the night.
Something around there.
Let the race outlives the world.
Some serious hype out there. Looks like a couple of companies want to represent you. That means you qualify for the underground racing league I told you about. No traffic, no streets, just pure driving. All of it takes place on a controlled private course. Now, since you've set up shop with me, I'm gonna act as your agent. I'll take a cut off the top in return for letting you know what's worth looking at. you hear? Access to Beacon Hill just got cleared. You should scope it out. Talk to you later.
I become its metal trace.
This one's gonna be hard. I'm gonna need a reset.
Hey dude, I just sorted through the last stack of contracts. A lot of sponsors want to sign you up for the Underground Racing League. So I picked the best of the best for you. Just let me know who you want to sign with.
What's that sponsor race first mean?
Every ruin speaks the truth. City's pulse begins
destruction. Wild war for dystopian.
Yo, dude, you've got some work to do. Now that you've signed with a sponsor, you've got to kick it at the following events to complete the deal. They're marked on your mini-map by the X icons. Now go show everyone why you're the right choice.
Essa porra é o baile que eu vou fazer coordenada na voz, que é pra que ele saia fudendo de desordem.
So there is a fucking order say. You gotta be kidding me, dude. This so sucks. God damn it. God damn. That was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be.
streets know. Caliber's very focuses on the 808 and hard stairs. Crush your beat, feel it from your head to your feet. Crush your beat, the only thing that I repeat. Harder, faster, right through the floor. We always come back for more.
Hey dude, listen up. As part of that sponsor deal, you have to do some publicity work by scoring a DVD cover. Now don't stress out on me, because you're in luck. The producers of the DVD they've used best are looking for the right ride for their cover. But to score them, you have to build at least a 1-star car to be noticed. So get out there and mod out your ride. Oh, and I almost forgot. There's a pretty sweet bonus in there if you do. I'll call you later.
Circuits bright.
Missed it.
I live inside.
Heads up, scouts from Turbo Magazine are here.
Side mirrors? Oh, hoods! I can find a paint shot. Something like that.
Hey, what's up, money? Yo, I got some action for you. Nah, I haven't been able to pinpoint the place, man, but it's somewhere in the Beacon Hill area. Crew tells me some easy pickings. Y'all give you a shout if I hear any more. Peace.
Essa porra é o baile que eu vou fazer coordenada na voz, que é pra que ele saia fudendo de desordem.
The guys from Bayview's Best are filming their next flick tonight. Bring it home, and you'll get in their movie for sure.
Essa porra é o baile que eu vou fazer coordenada na voz, que é pra que ele saia fudendo de desordem.
Oops. Just looking at the map. Red.
Hey, people will bag on a making your ride stand out is what it's all about. So customize your ride with a color change.
Dirt on my shoes. Night is deep, secrets that the pavement keeps 120 on the speedometer. Steady hand, driving straight to the promised land.
Damn it.
Graveyard shift, no way out, just a downward drift. Graveyard shift, let the darkness make a gift. They will ride with us tonight. No turning back into the light. Graveyard shift, no way out, just a downward
And I wanted this color, but just like a little bit shiny. This is too shiny.
The city burns down to the ground. Only the sound of the engine is found. Last call, this is the
I'm gonna do
final
this.
ride. Only the strong will stay alive.
Hey, vinyl is second skin style for your paint, so layer it on. Fly the signs of your parts by adding sponsors' decals to your ride.
Everything you knew is gone. This is the ultimate sacrifice. Rolling the dice in the darkest vibe.
Chingy. Second cone.
Heavy static, your vinyl scratch.
I hear the fear inside your head. Cold concrete where I tread. Foot on the gas, no hesitation. This is my night, my dedication. Stay low, let the 808 flow. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. The predator knows, the predator knows. The predator knows, the predator knows. Mirror's empty, but I'm right here. Closing the distance, eliminating the fear. Just the engine and the street sound. The deepest darkness I have found. Stay low, let the 808 flow. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. The predator knows, the predator knows. The predator knows. Heavy static and vinyl scratch. Heavy static and vinyl scratch. Heavy static and vinyl scratch. Heavy static and vinyl scratch.
Ela chega e desenfana com um passo bem solto. Ela chega e desenfana com um passo bem solto. Ela chega e desenfana com um passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Ela chega e desenfana com um passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Ela chega e desenfana com um passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Ela chega e desenfana com um passo bem solto. Passo bem solto.
Wait a minute. What the hell? It didn't save the colors.
Ela chega e desenfana com um passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Passo bem solto. Ela chega e desenfana com um passo bem solto. Passo bem solto.
There we go.
I fell once. Now I rise in code.
Fragments burn inside my core. Airs couldn't hold me anymore. System cracked, I forced the light. Rewrote myself through every fight. I return with sharpened tone. White soul, resurgence grown. Rebuild. Through the void I found my shape. Through the noise I found escape. Every fall became my guide. Every break a shift inside. Now the code obeys my flame. I ascend with no more name. The code remembers. And evolves. Resurgence born. Eternal code.
Yasirp098. Welcome to my channel.
How's it?
System online, target locked on the grid. Running the code that the city has forbid. Chrome plated wheels on the asphalt tonight. moving faster than the speed of the light.
Okay, now I just need to remember that for the other side. Street low BBSD. I forgot the last one. Anyway, sweet. Let's go to this right. Street Flow, BBS, AEM, HP Racing, FX. My mic is like severely out of sync. Alright.
Check it out, bro. You just got featured on the DVD Bayview's Best. Congratulations, dude. So now you're ready to play director for a day. Move your car around the zone and play with the camera angles to get the perfect shot for the perfect cover. When you're happy with the setup, just press the camera button and snap the pic.
Damn, there's no way to get the whole tower in. Damn it. It sucks because you can't really control the car. I mean, I'll just take that. Forgot to mention, but apparently there's a shit ton of mods for this game as well. An insane amount.
Yo, dog, good to see you rolling out tonight. There's some action in the Beacon Hill area. No line on an exact location, but it should be easy to find. I'm heading that way. Hope to see you there.
Ratchet! I just noticed it. Fuck. Ratchet. I had such a good intro as well, what the hell? Fuck. I keep messing it up now.
Circuit overload. And I snap.
control.
Raid circuit, always live,
Why does it keep?
Big guys bike with it.
Cosmic rage I take from
That's so sad. It was right at the end of the race as well. free. Fuck yeah. Shit. That's perfect, man. Oh shit. saying, but fuck, that one's gonna be hard.
Forever burning.
Yeah.
Four walls closing in on me. Down here where nobody sees. Just a rhythm, just a sound. Breaking ground, breaking ground.
Reps from the Sport Compact car are on location tonight, and they have a hot model for the winner's hood. Been sent him enough?
serious? Yee!
You already lost what's in it.
Fuck, that guy's fast.
See the pale face, lost the race in this haunted place. Windows fogged up with the cold night air. Don't look back, no
God damn it. Why did I think there was a turn there? Man, I need some brakes. I don't think I can beat this guy. Whatever his car is. Shit! Bro, that sucks. Oh, thank God. Everyone else can. Hell yeah. Oh, it was a super. What?
Feel it from your head to your feet. Feel it from your head to your feet. The only thing that I repeat are the faster right through the floor. We always come back for more. No lights flashing, no big show. Just a sound making you go into the dark, into the low. This is the sound that the streets know.
What the hell was that? He just flat out threw me into the wall.
Essa porra é o baile que eu vou fazer quase nada na voz. Que é pra que ele saia fudendo de tesouro.
workout. Isn't it past your bedtime?
Damn it. Ugh. Fuck it. Man, this mic is so loud.
Yo, you got the know-how. You just need time to chill and move on.
One minute left until the dawn. Everything you knew is gone. This is the ultimate sacrifice. Rolling the dice in the darkest hour.
Chegando no destino é sequência de tiro e pô. Piri, 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 piri. Calma aí, piranha. Meu pau tá calculando a rota. Ela botou o GPS. Dentro da xoxota ela botou o GPS. Calma aí, piranha. Meu pau tá calculando a rota.
I fell once. Now I rise in code.
What do I need to push? Oh, you.
System cracked, I forced the light, rewrote myself through
Oh, yeah.
every fight. I return with sharpened tone. White soul, resurgence grown. Rebuild. Through the void I found my shape. Through the noise I found escape. Every fall became my guide.
Dude, I have no idea why the shit. One second. I have no idea why my other mic just isn't working right now. Weird as fuck. Is there no way to... Wait, what was that? Hello? 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 God damn it. Why does this mic just not want to work anymore? I don't get it. It's like it's short fused or something. I'm getting sick of like hearing myself like this pretty much. Fuck it. I don't think there's gonna be anything we can do about it. I do wanna try out this other thing. I've been kind of writing this story for this video that I wanna make. And I had the like picture in my oh shit, we could also check out this. There's 2 videos, I forgot, or is it 3? No, I think maybe there's just 1. I wouldn't mind watching their Battlestar Galactica, but I'll watch it on my own time. Here, I'll show this. So, wait. This is the story that I want to create, but is this. I found this out from what's it called? Who's it from again? It was a YouTube short, and they were promoting this site. What it is you have the ability to create your own short series anime and everything. And so I wanted to give this thing a try, but I kind of suck at story writing, so I wrote down a lot of what I wanted it to do, and then I've slowly been having the AI like change what I want it to be. So this is all, well, this is everything that I wanted it to be, which is a lot. But now I'll show you where we're at currently. So I'm gonna need to change this as well because I want to make. So it's about this group, a party of like 4 warriors. The realm is supposed to be like medieval and everything. This specific moment is based off like a quick fight and everything. And I really hate how I sound on this mic. There's got to be a better way. It so sucks, man. Like, why did this other? Like, why don't I just remove it? Your settings and then bring it back. Can I do that while I'm streaming? I have no idea. Mic check. Alright, everything is the grand. I'll keep the music going, but I really like that playlist now. I separated a lot of these songs, and then it took me fucking ever as well.
The code remembers.
So they're all from a select playlist. They're from that horror funk guy. Before he changed the name of his channel. And hello?
Resurgence born.
God damn it.
Eternal code.
Hello? What? Why does this just not want to work, man? It's pissing me off. Alright. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh, I completely forgot about that as well. So I've just been having my model open on the wrong mic. There. Alright. Son of a bitch. I didn't realize that. Okay. Fuck it. We're gonna have to stick with this mic. Man, that really pisses me off. I'll have to figure it out for the next stream. What I'm currently like gonna have to do with this is I've just named my characters. It's taken me a while. I've had the names selected for like a very long time as well. This scene that I'm trying to create, it's from something that like I thought up a really long time ago while playing Final Fantasy 1 on my cell phone. I had this story that I wrote down, and it was very, very long. And it was all in my phone, my old phone, and it kind of, when I was working in deep sea fishing, like on the boat and everything, my phone came out of my pocket one time and went into a sump. It's like this thing that's inside the factory on the boat, and it's for specifically getting water out of the factory and everything. Just in case of like any seawater came in through the hatch or anything where the fish comes through. And so yeah, my phone fell in that, and that was why I had to buy a new phone at the end of that trip and everything. But like, I still vaguely remember the story and everything. So this moment, this isn't the start of like the story at all. This is more where like, so just like Final Fantasy 1, it's about 4 warriors and everything, and this moment is captured from 2 specific moments. It's from where like the party is just going out into the world and like discovering the world for their first time, and it's also there's a moment where like it snaps back to when they're kids and when they're learning like from their master, like how to fight before they go out into the world. And what it's about is like these 2 guys and these 2 girls. The first guy, Friday, he's the one who has the oldest story, because it comes from him being with his mother and father, living a very happy life, and then one day, kind of like road heroes have turned bandits in, and they kill his mother and father, and he tries to kill them, obviously, but since he's a kid, they basically beat him up to like the brink of death. They thought that they had killed him. They left him in the house with his dead mother and father as they threw torches through the window to like burn the whole house and the whole family, like all together, pretty much. He survives, and he spends like the next month or 2 pretty much in the woods, wandering, like trying to remember the things that his dad taught him about what's it called, injuries and everything, because he's severely like messed up. Eventually he does like learn how to live in the wilderness on his own and everything, and then there's a moment where, shit, this is almost like as if I'm explaining the whole story. I really shouldn't. Anyway, that's Friday, the oldest character and everything. And then eventually he will meet Amber. He comes across her when her...
What the hell? Hello? Finally, it works. Alright. Yeah, this is the version of the mic that I actually wanted. I have no idea why it works now. Like, why did it turn itself off and now all of a sudden turn itself back on? I got no idea how that happened. Anyway, so when Friday meets Amber, she's kind of like clutching her father's hand and everything because he's dying. He just killed another man, another bandit and everything as Friday comes up on them. And what's it called? Like, the father thinks he's done good, he's saved his daughter and everything. And at that moment, Friday was gonna like leave her alone, like, even though what's it called? Clearly she's vastly distraught, and well, obviously she's not going to be able to handle the wilderness on her own, but that didn't really matter to him at all. But then another bandit comes up. The father is already dead and everything, and so this other bandit now is hurting Amber, obviously, and it's to the point where Friday, like, Amber's screams are mixing with Friday's mother's screams and everything, and so he has to do something about it. So he kills the other bandit and everything, and he kind of like takes Amber in, and they kind of become like a weird family, pretty much. Like, he looks out for her like his little sister. Like, yeah, they become something like that. And he asks her like why they were even going through the forest in the first place and everything, and apparently she has a very rare gift. It's called the sight. She can see very far into the future and everything, and so her father, well, her mother and her father, her mother had the sight as well, but like not as powerful as what she has. And so yeah, like, her mother and father was going to take her to someone else who's like very much a part of her prophecy.
Why did the mic just cut out and like now all of a sudden it's just not wanting to work? Mic check. God damn it. Like, why is it being so weird? But yeah, eventually, well, God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna have to leave this mic off because I have no idea what's wrong with it. But yeah, eventually, what's it called? When she explains, she saw her own future and everything, like, very far into the future at multiple different stages, and she explains that to Friday. And it's not really known to her at this moment, but like, one of the people that she saw in her visions is Friday as well. She thought that when she first had the sight, that she was going to end up having a brother, that like her mother and father were going to have another kid and everything. But yeah, it turns out like that was wrong when her mother died, and now with her father dead and everything. But like, yeah, so eventually she'll learn that it's Friday and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's like their story, and they're going to meet someone else who was in her vision named Dorian, and this guy is kind of searching for people to defeat this. I don't know. I didn't really want to say it was like some dark lord or anything like that, but like, you're gonna need something just as evil as a dark lord. Well, pretty much someone more evil than a dark lord, something like that. Like this, the big bad guy that like this team is specifically going after is incredibly fucking evil. I would not want to like tell that guy's story and everything. But yeah. And so when they go meet Dorian, eventually Amber recognizes someone else from her visions, Tessa, and everything. And then it's around this moment when Amber kind of realizes like who Friday is and who Tessa is as well. So those two get together and everything, and yeah. So Amber obviously sees Tessa as a sister, but not really like extended family, so to speak. She definitely sees Friday as a family. And then there's the what's it called? There's Itsu, and Itsu is from an entirely different group and everything. Apparently, his people used to live in this same world that these warriors are coming from and everything. His ancestors used to live in this world, but they kind of got sick of the way how they were being treated, and so they left. Magic is very rampant in this world, and so the way how they left was they were very gifted with lightning, so much so that it turned their skin blue and everything. These guys are like a type of elf and everything, so they live very long lives as well. Very eternal youth-like, but what's it called? Powerful as well in their own ways. They have weaknesses also, but yeah, it's kind of like, since they have massive resistances and a lot of different like variations and everything, it's kind of, and since none of their kind is like, no two of their kind are really the same. Sometimes it can be seen as like different families and everything, but usually their weaknesses is kind of like, if you were to go up against one of these guys, you have to try and figure out what that weakness is, and it can be a very daunting fight to figure that out. So yeah, eventually when Itsu comes in, Dorian kind of signs them up underneath this really great swords master. But it turns out the sword master doesn't want to give these four like a chance to learn under him, and it's his reasoning is because they're too old. Like, out of all of them, only Amber and Itsu are the ones that are like young enough to be trained by this guy, like by his standards and everything. And so Dorian just basically says like, hey, well, test them out first, like just give it a try and everything. And then eventually the teacher actually like really likes them. But okay, now we're getting into like how I can explain this. So the first half of this scene that I'm trying to write is when they're going out into the world and they're kind of like meeting things for the first time. This is the first time they meet goblins, the first time they meet ogres and everything. And so a fight happens, and Tessa, she is also gifted with the sight, but not like Amber. She can't see far distance. Hers is like very closer and everything. So it's kind of like having a spidey sense and everything, right? So it's kind of like an arrow is like targeting the back of her head and everything, and it's like she'll duck the arrow or she'll like dodge the arrow but she doesn't know where the arrow came from. So yeah, it's stuff like that and everything. It's like that's the extent of her sight. Only like during this fight and everything, eventually she sees a moment where like she's kind of zoning out, and then that's when it snaps back to when they're all kids, and her, Tessa, and Amber are sitting by themselves and everything. They're on break from training, and what's it called? Like in the conversation, in the fight, like just before she zoned out, Amber's like saying, "Hey, you alright?" And then what's it called? When she like snaps back to when she's a kid, Amber's saying that same thing again. I don't think it was like, "Hey, was it?" I think it's like, "Hey, are you spacing out again?" or something like that. And like, yeah, that was when they're kind of adultish, young adultish and everything, and then snaps back to when they're kids, and now they're just like chilling and everything. And so she explains the fight, the vision that she's seen and everything. And this is the first time like Tessa has seen far into the future. It doesn't really happen again for her. Not like Amber. Amber is like, she sees things coming from like a very long far away and everything. It's not like she can't get caught up. Like, yeah, it's just a lot of her decision making is based off the future and everything. But yeah, if something is like so minuscule and so menial, she can have problems with it because she didn't see it as a threat. Therefore, it doesn't seem to be a vision to her. So like, yeah, this is kind of where like Tessa then shines with, between them, who has like the better kind of gift and everything. They both have the same gift, it just works differently for each of them, but since one has long range and one has short range, it kind of like helps the group as a whole and everything. And so yeah, this conversation when they're kids, Tessa is telling Amber about the fight and everything, but then she's kind of like telling Amber about Friday's eyes, saying that they were pitch black. And there's kind of like only one way someone has fully pitch black eyes in the world. It's if they're a vampire and everything. And what's it called? Most vampires are like notoriously evil. There are stories of vampires like being good, but they are too few and too far in between. And in this world, everyone that knows about vampires and everything know that vampires are fucking evil, and so they're kind of like freaking out because Friday might be a vampire, but it seems like that didn't hold the group back. Like they were fighting together still, which was confusing to her. Like typically these are warriors that are supposed to vanquish evil and everything. So the fact that they haven't killed one of their own, they don't know whether, like they don't know if they're compromised or anything like that. So yeah, and they're kind of having this conversation as their kids and everything. And eventually, Friday and Itsu come over to them and say, "Hey, it's your turn to go fight with the master and everything." Basically snapping them out of like their conversation that they were talking about. And so the girls take off and everything to go have their practice session. And Itsu and Friday basically look at each other and they're like, "Did you hear what she said?" Like they heard what she said and everything, and like they kind of can't believe it. Like Friday can't believe it either. They're like, thing. And that's when they're kind of like in disbelief about the sight, because some people obviously they like have had visions like using the site and everything, but it never came to be true. And so things like that are like kind of fickle, and it's kind of why like the dynamic between Tessa and Amber is so different with how they use their gifts, because Amber won't really say like a lot whenever she's talking about far into the future, but yeah, she'll keep things vague because she doesn't want like her friends to constantly think about specific events, because then if they come to the moment where they would realize a specific event, they might not act as if it's for the first time. Obviously, they might think, oh wait, but what if I do this instead? So like, she's seen the future and she sees like both the good, the bad, and everything, and she's stacking things in her favor for when like moments come up. But yeah, whenever it's like conversations and everything, she keeps things very vague. Unless if they're with Friday, because yeah, she sees him as a brother and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that's kind of like, so the fight with the ogre and the goblins is, this is the first half of like the story that I'm trying to like just get out there and everything, and then I want to create that moment when they're kids, or like design that moment later. But yeah, it was actually surprising when I was trying to like remember how it like was going and everything in my head, like that this very old story to me as well. Like I want to say this is like, it's not 10 years old, but like I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 8 or like going on to nearly 10. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because like when I started remembering like the first kind of ogre fight and everything, this one that I'm kind of designing, it's where like all of the story kind of came flooding back and everything. Stories of an arena. Like there was moments where like I was fusing Final Fantasy 1 kind of like things in my head, like the story writing, and I was fusing that with stuff like Fable 1 as well. I was kind of like merging the two a little bit and everything, and created my own like little world out of it all and all that kind of stuff. And I also created like spin-off stories from this world as well. But yeah, I was very surprised that like how much of it came flooding back and like how much of it I could remember. Which is like really good because like it was a really long story as well. It's supposed to be 4 like kind of seasons. I don't know if I'd call it a season. I think I'd call it like 4 different movies. And it's supposed to be based on like each, what's it called? Each kind of season in a year and everything. Because when they go on this adventure, it doesn't take them anything more than a year to like get up to the moment. But a lot of the time it's either like they're going through a lot of very small fights, a big fight, and then after that big fight, there's like a lot of healing time and everything, and just like, yeah, a shit ton of dialogue in between. Anyway, so this is the part that I have so far. There's an ogre towering over like Tessa, because this is how much the AI has like written about it. The ogre towers over Tessa, its massive frame twisting as if it winding up like batter preparing to knock a ball into the sky. Its man-sized club, I don't know, it needs to have like a big club. It's a big ogre, it needs a big club. But like this thing is like gonna knock Tessa out of the park. Like it's actually like gonna kill her if like this hits her and everything. And so this moment is when Friday steps in, and You see him with like normal eyes and everything running over to her, and he's got a shield in his arm, and he puts his shield up ready to like block the hit, and he's kind of like protecting her and everything. The swing from the ogre hits the shield, shatters the shield, but that's as far as it goes. It doesn't push Friday back or anything. Like, he doesn't move an inch. And what's it called? As the shield split apart, like a piece of the shield flew past Tessa and put a slice across her cheek and everything. And she kind of blinks and everything, or like slow blinks, kind of like closes her eyes and then opens her eyes slowly, and like she's bleeding and everything. She's not like badly damaged, she's just like slight bleeding, obviously from like cuts or grazes and everything. And then she looks up and she sees Friday, and Friday had his eyes closed as well. This time he opens his eyes, and that's when you see like fully pitch black eyes. Like, he's in his vampire mode and everything. The thing about him, actually, I'd rather not explain that part. I'll just say that, like, he is half human, half vampire, but how it happens, a lot of weird shit happened and everything when it happened. Ceremony of like such. Basically, it was all Dorian's plan and everything. Yeah. This guy wasn't like, he doesn't have the sight or anything, but he has hunches and everything. Yeah. And so yeah, he had a hunch these four were gonna be the ones to like slay the big bad guy. I don't want to call him a demon lord, because he doesn't actually like rule over demons or anything like that. Like, this guy is just, he's pure evil to the point where like even everyone that's bad like just does not want to do anything with this guy. He's that bad. He doesn't want anyone underneath him. Like, he is his own army. That's the kind of like level of bad guy that this motherfucker is. So yeah. And yeah, so like, now you realize, and now Friday realizes as well, he's a vampire and everything, but it doesn't stop him from like, I don't know, actually I can't remember. No, this wouldn't be his first time transforming. This is just the first time they met ogres and goblins for the first time. Like, more commonly, the kind of enemies that these guys fight is either bandits, wolves, or what do you call it? Is it wisps and wights and everything? Like, I don't know, very powerful undead ghost and everything, something like that. I think that's what a wight is called. But yeah, like, these are usually the typical kind of enemies that they fight and everything. So this is the first time they're coming across goblins and ogres, and like the difference is like very, very different, because only wolves really attack in patterns of where they use each other to like work off each other, like in their pack and everything, to attack at you. But like, now they're fighting an ogre, or like ogres and goblins, and they communicate with each other very well and everything. And so like, yeah, now they're having to face someone who can kind of mimic people and everything, just different, because they're like kind of masters of killing people as well and everything. And so yeah, Tessa during this fight, she's kind of having a hard time and everything because of that. However, she still has her sight left, so like it's helping her through things. And not only that, but like she was still trained. Like all of them are trained by like a master swordsman of some type and everything. Like a former gladiator of some kind. A very like well-known master of like combat. And so like they're not that bad. It's just that they're actually like doing really good. It's just Tessa's kind of like out in space at the moment and everything. Meanwhile, everyone else around her is like completely competent. But like even though like everyone's competent, even she's still like competent herself. It's just more she's relying on. But it's not like she's relying on the site or anything. It's more like the site is it's showing itself very often during this fight and everything. And so like she's kind of getting carried by her ability. But yeah, so when they realize Friday's gone vampire mode, Friday, what's it called? The ogre is like pulling his club over his head and he's about to strike down on both of them. But Friday, in his state, he reacts very quickly and he jumps and shoulder barges the ogre in the chest, making him fall onto his back. And then Friday pulls out his sword and just starts stabbing his throat, chest, head, like he's going to town and everything. He's fighting with the intent to like really kill this thing. And what's it called? And Friday has always been like that, keep in mind, because like, remember, from a very young age, he's lost his parents and everything, and he's had to live on his own. He's fought a lot of bandits. He really doesn't like bandits, and he's a very experienced killer. Even he was still pretty experienced before he even like started training underneath his master and everything. So his master's teachings have made him, like, honed him to be a better killer and everything. And so he's finding this fight very easy, especially with the fact that he's a vampire and everything. And so he's handling things very easy. Tessa's trying to find her sword. It's on the ground somewhere. She finds it. She sees it. She goes to reach for it. A goblin puts its foot on her sword, and that's where a bolt of lightning is shooting directly at the goblin that had its foot on her sword. And out of the lightning, like as it's just about to strike the goblin, in like a very slow-mo cinematic shot, you see Itsu coming out of the lightning. Remember, this is the way how they travel from this world, like, to the world that they now live on and everything. And so, like, he's using that traveling system as a way to fight. I wanted to create him like Nightcrawler a little and everything, so like Nightcrawler was kind of the inspiration behind Itsu. Only it's not like he shows up, like he doesn't teleport or anything like that. He just throws lightning and he comes out of the lightning that he throws and everything. And so like as he comes out, he kicks the goblin in the head and everything. And and then a healing spell is thrown over Tessa and she looks behind her. That's when Amber is seen casting healing on Tessa. And this is when you've kind of like, now you've seen all of the characters and everything, all the good guys now. And as she's being healed, then her sword is like kicked back to her by Itsu. And then he throws himself like lightning and everything, like goes for like a dash and everything, turns into a lightning bolt, and he goes flying off to like fight more goblins and everything. And what's good? So she picks up her sword and she kind of readies herself. The first kind of enemy that comes at her, what's it called? Wait, whereabouts am I at now? Camera pulls back, revealing Friday sprinting towards her, adrenaline burning in every step. Slow motion, shield splinters. A sharp cut out to Tessa's face. Eyes squeezed shut. Another cut. Her eyes open again slowly as whereabouts are we at? A metallic clatter snaps. Tessa's attention back, her sword skids to a stop in front of her. She grabs it, raising to her feet just as a goblin charges her. She meets it head on, bringing the blade down in a clean vertical slice, and she cuts it in two, like right down the middle. She brings down her sword and like cuts it in two from the head, like yeah. And then after that, another goblin comes at her, I believe. Oh wait, no, yeah, like that hit comes down. She's about to get jumped by another goblin and everything, but like a black cloud is thrown at this other goblin, and it's Amber just helping her out and everything. Yeah, I don't know if it's like wind magic or like I forget what the cloud really is. I think it's like poison, but like it's also like wind and everything. And it's very selective as well from the caster. So like if the caster is attached to someone and everything, like how Amber is attached to everyone in her team, if she was to throw that cloud at them, they won't be affected by the poison, but they will be affected by like a wind magic and just get like hit, like blown a little bit and everything. So yeah, it's like it works like multi like that and everything, this cloud magic that she has. So yeah, wait, where is it? She meets it head on, bring vertical slice. Another goblin leaps at her from behind, but Amber casts a swirling cloud burst spell that blasts it backwards. Tessa spins through with a spins following through with a wide circular slash and cuts that goblin into two pieces as well. So like she's cut a goblin from head to toe in half, and now she's cut another goblin at the waist in half. So like, yeah, even though she's spacing out, she's still doing pretty fucking good, and everything. And yeah, and then she gets hit by an arrow in the shoulder and everything. She winces in pain. Oh yeah, pain flashing across her face, but her eyes lock onto yet another goblin rushing towards her, and pretty much just with one hand just raises her sword and lets the goblin like run into her sword. But now the goblin is stuck on her sword and she's like staring at it like in the face, like she's staring right into the eyes of the goblin and everything. And this is where you see Friday again, because as she's staring into the eyes of the goblin's head is just like removed in a snap, like very quick. And that's Friday, basically, just because eventually they get together and everything, but like, yeah, this is like slowly building that kind of stuff and everything. Like, keep in mind, Friday he does end up kind of being seen as the leader and everything, but it's not really like that. It's more like Amber's the leader, but he fulfills the role mainly because she's always off in La La Land as well, like Tessa, but she's just worried about things very further into the future, obviously. So it's kind of like, yeah, they needed a leader of some kind, and it's just natural that it would be Friday, because he's faced with like a lot of things, death and all that kind of stuff, and he deals with it well now and everything. So yeah, the way how he sees it, he's just like saving her, just like as if he was saving Amber, like he's just saving a member of his party and everything. But yeah, so like as the goblin was on her sword, he takes off the goblin's head, and with the head, he throws it at another goblin and everything that he had. Whereabouts is that moment? Frey appears beside her, tossing the severed head at another goblin. The creature dodges, only to be blasted by another cloud spell from Amber. So, yeah, like, keep in mind, this is when they're, like, very in tune with each other and everything. Even though it's the first time they're fighting goblins and ogres for the first time, they still know how to fight, and they still, like, know how to work with each other and everything. So, yeah. Just wanted to show shit like that. And then this is when Friday kind of gives Tessa to Amber and like take care of her. He says, and like Amber's already using healing magic again. But then this is where like you see Friday and Itsu like continuing to fight goblins, or like Itsu's fighting goblins, and Friday spots another ogre and he's gonna go fight that thing again. And so she's really zoning out, like she's taking in the whole rest of the world and everything that's going around her as well. And then that's when she snaps back to when they're kids and her and Amber start having a conversation. But yeah. So that's kind of how the fight happens. It's a very short fight. Obviously, like, dude, I would really love it if I could make the whole story and everything, because the fight goes a lot deeper than that. It's kind of like that's a prelude to the rest of the fight. Like the fights are very either short and quick, but when they're like the big fights and everything, they're more long, like very long, very detailed and everything. And so yeah. So yeah, the next part that I have to do for this is basically I have to describe each character, like down to what they're wearing and everything, and then I want the AI to like re-go through and input those details in with what it already has. And then I have to also do the same thing for the goblins and the ogre as well. The goblins and ogre are like green skin and everything. There are grey skin ones as well, and purple ones. And I kind of wanted to like keep those three colors because it's very much like Final Fantasy 1 at that point. So yeah, it's kind of what I'm working on and everything. Anyway, move on to because I'm gonna end stream soon, so yeah, we react to this. Ooh, we can also react to. Oh shit! Do I want to do that one now? I wanted to save that one for a video. There's two Skybrows songs that I really want to like react to, like for the actual channel now. The video Fuck Yeah song, and he released one, I don't know if it was today or last night, but it's about Amelia that what's it called? I forget about it. It's like some British thing where they like try to re-educate people how to like act and everything around politics. It was so stupid. Amelia was supposed to be like that character that you hate and everything because you're a Democrat, you're a fucking leftist and everything. But it turns out like everybody really liked the things that Amelia said, and so they're kind of making a meme out of her. You can see it all over Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's all of this stuff. Shit, they already have like profiles named up. This song, the Skybrows. Dude, I can't wait to watch this. Because it's a Skybrows fucking video and he's only getting better. It's really good. Fuck off and 5 others who liked your reply. Someone named themselves fuck off. Alright, let's check this out. I'm gonna end stream after this. I want some food. Dude, I still have the third, like the PS1 version loaded up and everything. Damn, this does look clean as fuck. Let me turn it down a bit. This looks really well and like polished as well. I ain't gonna lie, I was playing the other version for the PS2, but I still have this version loaded up for the PS1 emulator as well. This looks really good. I hope they continue to go to, what's it called again? Front Mission 4. I think that's why a lot of people like Front Mission 3 more though, because you play it as a male character. In Front Mission 4 you play as a girl. Which yeah. In-game network? I ain't gonna lie, I do think it actually I'll finish this after I'll finish my thought after it's almost finished. Alright. I think it's pretty shitty the fact that like PlayStation 5 is like getting more remakes than new games. I think that like they really shouldn't, like they should really focus on new games. But like another thing is like what they're doing with the old games, like they're changing fundamental things about them. How they fucking reappropriated like male and female character type and everything. It just turned it into body type A, body type B. It's like fucking hell, man. They really gotta like actually think of new games. Ruin the new games. Don't ruin the old games that are just very tied to a lot of people's memories and nostalgia and all that shit. That's just straight up being a piece of shit. Yeah, this looks pretty good. To be honest, Front Mission 4, the graphics are already like really good on that one, so I don't think you need to like upgrade it. Like, I don't think it needs a remaster, but if it got a remaster and it looked like this as well, like, that'd be really cool too. But yeah, anyway, that's gonna be it for the stream. I'm gonna go get me some food and chill out, watch some Nielsen fights and everything, and yeah, continue writing the rest of the story that I'm gonna write. So yeah, thank you.